Hello and welcome to the first official recording of the Helpdesk Podcast, brought to you by me, your host, ronnbizzy. So the Helpdesk Podcast is about speaking to you creatives on, what their journey was becoming a creative, how they found success, not necessarily monetary success, but, building their following, building their subscribers, whatever platform that it is that they're on. How did they build their community, their tribe, what did they do wrong? What did they do right? How is it that, what gear were they using? And for our first guest is someone who is very inspirational to me. Her name is Theresa.LE on Instagram and on YouTube and TikTok, I believe, formerly known as Let's So I saw her build her Instagram following from like 1,000, 2,000 followers up until I think she's on like 20 now. And that's just over the years. And so it's a slow grind, but the important thing is she's there hustling and working at it every day. I believe she was working at Lloyd Bank, and she always wanted to be a creative. She always wanted to be a social media kind of person. The term social media influencer gets tossed around every now and then. I don't know if that's actually what she wants to do, but she definitely wants to make a living being creative, and I think that's what we're going to try and capture in this podcast. So, in just a moment, we will be speaking to her, and then I'll talk to you more about her there. Let's go! Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay. To be honest, it's looking good. You turned the light on, and it looks fine.
Looks alright.
You didn't actually hear it, but I was just recording, my whole intro. So, I was just about to introduce you. So, everybody, this is my friend, Theresa, aka it's Theresa.LE on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, as well as she was formerly known as Le Saint. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher it if I spell it, but yes. So the quick introduction is, I met Theresa when I was in London. I believe I was hanging out at her friend's house in Bethnal Green. And that's where I found out she was on Instagram. She was using the same camera as me. She was using an Olympus OMD. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She's taking really nice photos. And I saw her grow her Instagram from 2,000 to 12,000 in the short time that I knew her in London. And yeah. And a little bit more about her is that she pivoted from Instagram to working at Lloyd's, the bank, to doing becoming an editor. She does filmography and editing. She does events, and she's also created TikTok. So we're going to talk about how she's managed to find success. And again, like I mentioned earlier, it's not necessarily monetary success. It's how she's managed to build up her community, how she's managed to build up her following and her subscribers, all that kind of jazz. And she's done it across multiple platforms. And this is for a small time creator. We're not talking about millions of people, but she does have millions of views on her YouTube. So shout outs to Theresa on that. Theresa, was that a good way to introduce you? Was that right?
Thank you so much for the introduction. It's a very good summary. Are we live? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm not live on Twitch or Facebook, but I am recording. I am recording.
Okay, you're already recording. Okay, good to know.
All right, but before we get into the nitty and gritty, how is the lockdown life for you? How are you doing?
I think it was difficult at first, I guess, because we're so used to going outdoors and doing things, and especially being a content creator, I'm out shooting content for clients, and right now I'm basically indoors, and the only thing I can do is shoot product for clients. So I guess it's a good time to kind of upskill and
That's right.
Learn as much as possible, and doing online courses regarding videos and marketing and everything like that. So yeah, I'm keeping myself busy. That's for sure.
Oh, that's 100%. I mean, for me, I've been keeping myself busy by streaming games.
Yeah,
to each their own. To each their own. But for those that don't know, we're actually in Melbourne. So the reason why I asked about lockdown is because we've got one of the hardest lockdowns in the world, and it's been extended to October 26th. Today's date is the 14th of September. So it's been going on for at least 8 weeks now. We were on stage 3 lockdown, and then we went to stage 4, and it's just tough out here. So people like myself and Theresa have found ourselves to be unemployed.
Yeah, so me since August, A lot has changed in the business I was working at. So they don't require an in-house videographer anymore because a lot of their content has already been shot by an agency.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, I can't be out shooting content for them and everything's been shot already. So they did say that they wanted to continue the relationship and I could work with them like on like a project basis. So I guess that's not going to happen until lockdown is over.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I guess like usually this time I'm just making a lot of content for my YouTube, my Instagram, and TikTok especially. If it doesn't get banned, I'm just praying it doesn't get.
Because I sent you that message. I'm just like, that's what I was worried about.
Okay. I'm like, this is like a sensitive topic. Like my headphones fell off.
I bet.
But yes, you sent me that message. How Hong Kong's one's been shut down.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the thing is, I'm sure that you'll be able to pivot. You've done it multiple times before, so there's that. But let's get into the so let's start off with your Instagram, because I remember it was, I think, probably around 2K when I started following you. I'm like, oh wow, she's getting hundreds of likes. Like back when you get to see the likes.
No, but then back in the days, like I was traveling a lot. Remember?
Yeah,
so I started it.
Content.
Yeah, so I started it when I was in London, and a lot of my followers were following me because of my travel content. And I guess it's kind of difficult since I've moved back to Melbourne. It's like I'm not posting any of that stuff at all. So I guess like I was growing a lot because I was being really consistent. I was posting every day. There were days where I posted like 3 times a day.
And you would write essays as well on your comments. Yeah. So there was real effort put into your posts.
There was a lot of effort. Like that's all I was doing every day, like planning out my content, planning out what I'm going to write, and, you know, trying to make the aesthetics look like good as well. But I mean, now I look back at it, I hate it. I want to get rid of all the photos, but then again, it's all my memories, you know, and I just kind of just left it.
So with that, actually, can you talk about your workflow and like what exactly did you do to kind of get everything uniform? Because let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll share my screen, and hopefully I share the right screen. I think it's this screen, and I'll pull up your Instagram. Awesome. So I think this was in the thick of it, because as you can see, same color tones throughout all the photos. So
I tried to keep it consistent in terms of the color palette, and I kind of like moved between different colors. So I used an app called Unum.
Okay.
So you can download it. It's free, but of course if you want to use their premium service, you've got to pay extra. And I kind of used that to kind of plan ahead to see what it looks like altogether. So there was a lot of time spent on that. And yeah, just like editing and making sure that the colors are consistent throughout. Because I can see here, like a lot of my tone is kind of like unsaturated, which I look back now, I'm like, I hate it. But really? You know, yeah, look at it, I'm like, it's clean. It's clean, but it's like, it's so dull, you know? But back then, I'll be like, oh, that was cool. But now I look back and I'm like, ugh.
I don't like oversaturated, so that's my thing.
Really? So now I'm kind of like into the whole, like have some color pop, you know? Like even have like choose a color to pop out, you know? It's a bit desaturated. So, I mean, this brings back a lot of memories for me. And living in London has been probably one of the highlights of my life. So that's why the photos are still there and I haven't
I would say just keep it because it shows your journey as well from what you've been doing. I mean, if we asked to scroll up, it'll be a lot more videos, right? Oh, actually, and Theresa, let me end this real quick, the screen share. But Theresa used to sing as well, everybody. So if you deep dive into her Instagram account, maybe even her YouTube, I'm not sure. But you will see those videos. So what was I going to say? Because you've been doing a lot of... Coming from, this is all over the place. Coming from London, moving back to Australia, Sydney, then eventually to Melbourne, you just decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this 9 to 5 life anymore. I'm just going to work on my craft, and I saw you do it every day. I literally saw
I
you
do.
do it.
I work on my craft every single day. So I guess a bit of background about me is
Yes.
I studied a Bachelor of Business, majored in accounting and finance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was doing like in Sydney. So obviously I've got worked in the bank and everything like that. And when I moved to London, again, worked at the bank. And yeah, so, like when you're in the industry for so long, it makes you question yourself, like, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? So I guess when I moved back to Melbourne, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a leap of faith and just change careers, I didn't know what I was gonna do because like when I was in London, I was posting a lot on Instagram and I was like, I really love this. I really enjoy doing this. So I'm like, so when I was in Melbourne, I'm like, how can I find a job that pays me to do this, but for other businesses? Well, I can do it for myself as well. So I guess I kind of found my way into working for an agency, obviously an internship at first, but then like to understand the business and everything like that. But when I was doing it, when I was working for them and I was posting for businesses and creating content for businesses, like I didn't really enjoy the scheduling and captioning, copywriting, all that sort of stuff, but I do really enjoy the content creation part. So like taking photos and videos. So I guess from there, like I got another job at another agency and then a videography role came up and I applied for it and I got it. So then that's kind of when I realized, shit, I love video. Real. I was like, man, this is for me. Like, I freaking love it. I'm shit at it, but I love it.
No, I don't think so. I think...
I'm like, I am so bad at it, but I have to always have to remind myself, like, when you start something out, it's got to be bad. Like, it's just going to be so shit. So I'm 100%. Like... so when I look back at all my videos, like when I was looking back at all my travel videos that I shot, they were so bad. Like I can't even like edit it and put it together. Yeah. But anyway, so as you're saying, like, working on my craft, yes, I shoot and edit every single day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like, because the thing that I find inspiring about you is one, that you try and upload on YouTube twice a week. I don't use TikTok, so I don't know how many videos, but I do know that you're, because it's a whole, I remember going on it one time and I was just scrolling, and then next thing I know, it was like an hour and a half. I'm like, this is bad. I don't like this.
Yeah, you do get into that rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even because we've created this little YouTube gang in Melbourne, you have been the most consistent out of all of us. You've been hustling and you've reached your, how many subscribers are you on now?
Like 4.2 subscribers, for 4,200 subscribers.
Yes, but mind you, she only started, when did you start again? Was it late last year?
Maybe 2 years ago.
2 years. But like, she's just been hustling and hustling. Like, she didn't let the number bother her. And...
Oh, it does bother me, but I mean, I'll be lying to say the numbers doesn't bother me, but...
It does bother her.
But yes, you wake up, you're like I spent freaking 5 hours on this video and I got 1 view.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a grind, right? It's all about continuing to upload. And look, you've got some videos with like, I don't know, 100,000 views, 20,000 views, and like over 1 million in total views, right? So that is something to be proud of. And I think one of the videos that were popular was the how to what was it? How to look at someone's story without them knowing? Or,
is it a scam? Yeah.
Yeah, so I've seen those videos and I'm like, ooh, if I want to creep on someone, that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, without being found out, exactly.
Yeah, so exactly. So if you do want to find out more about how to improve your Instagram stories and how to use Reels stories, anything to do with Instagram, really, you can check out her YouTube channel, which is, I'll let you do it just in case I get it wrong.
Oh, it's Theresa.LE. I've changed it. So I've kind of changed it. Yeah, so if you search Theresa.LE Instagram, I should pop up on the top.
If I'm bothered, I will create some link up here or something. I'll do that. But yeah, because what else did I want to talk about? Because I remember the exact moment when I started seeing your followers grow as well. I don't know if... this sounds like creep because I know a lot about you and you don't even know this. Like,
it's always fun to hear something.
Because you did a £50 giveaway, I remember, towards travel.
That was ages ago.
I know. There's a lot of stuff that I know that people don't know that I know. It's kind of scary, but it's just the way my mind works. I remember all these minute details. So with that £50 giveaway, I mean, that pretty much boosted you, right? Because I think you went from like 2 to 5 within that. How long was the giveaway? Do you remember?
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
But yeah, I mean, that was a boss move. Was that planned out or
Oh yeah,
like
I think with
100%
giveaways,
right?
yeah, it's planned out to kind of boost the follower count and engagement.
Did you expect it to grow that much? Because it essentially doubled your following.
Oh my god, I can't remember this. This is so long ago, but you possibly did. Yeah, possibly did. But I guess with giveaways, like, it's an incentive for people to kind of take action, I suppose. Like, and I find even now, if you've got to use it for your own business, like, I guess it's tough in a way. Like, you want to make sure that you're targeting the right audience, but at the same time, if your whole entire purpose is to grow following, then doing a giveaway could boost your numbers. That's for sure.
Because I've actually tried doing a giveaway multiple times on my stream.
Yeah.
I was So used to play this game called Mobile Legends, which is really popular in the Philippines and like all those Asian countries because it's free, and it's like, if you remember that game Dota, like all those people
No,
playing that.
I'm not a
Well,
game.
anyways,
I'm the worst
yeah.
when it comes to games, but
Well,
yeah.
essentially it's free and it's on mobile, so it's widely available to everyone. You don't need a computer or anything to run it. And so the cool thing is, like, a lot of people who play that game, like a lot of the big time streamers, they do these skin giveaways. I'm like, well, I'll do a skin giveaway and I'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, I got like a couple of hundred more followers, and I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. But it's just like, now it's just they're expecting it. They're like, oh, when are you gonna do a skin giveaway? When are you gonna do a skin giveaway? I'm like, I do other stuff rather than just play this game and give away skins. But
what's a skins giveaway? Is that like a part of the game? Like, obviously.
So let's say you got a character, right? It's
Yeah.
like their whole uniform, their outfit. It changes it up, so the aesthetics look different.
Yeah.
So if you want to look cooler, like, so during Christmas, you can have like a Christmas theme outfit for your character. And I guess like when you're playing the game a lot, you want to look different. You want to stand out. So
right.
yeah, that's why that's what a skin giveaway is. Or like, I play Call of Duty, which is a shooting game, and it's the same thing. So
yeah.
I was like, oh, should I do a CP giveaway? And all of a sudden, like, the views go up, and I get followers, I get shares, but then it's like, are they here for me or just a giveaway? For sure, it's just there for the giveaway. But I'm hoping that, they watch me and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's cool. I want to watch him some more. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, it was hit and miss for me. Like, I mean, it kind of worked and it didn't work. Like, whatever. But anyways, let's get back onto topic about YouTube. So when did you decide to take another leap of faith or to pivot and go to YouTube, and why did you decide to do that?
So with YouTube, like, I think it all started with the whole singing thing, right? So ages ago, like maybe 10 years ago, I wanted to be a wedding singer, and I've contacted a lot of bands and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, we want to see what you look like and what you sound like. So that's probably where I started making YouTube videos of me singing. And obviously after that, like, when I was traveling in London, I was making travel videos, and that was freaking hard. You know how long it takes to shoot and edit. I'm just like, you know what, I give up, whatever. And then when I moved to Melbourne, I wanted a job in social media. So then I started making videos relating to social media, so then
100%.
People can see that I have the knowledge and I'm very capable, and I can be an expert in that area. And I guess, like, coming from working at a bank and going into a different industry, like, it's really hard to kind of like have some sort of, so I just want to put some social proof to say that, look, hi me, sure. I'm a fast learner, like, I can pivot, like,
that's right. Well, because one thing, first of all, I guess you can talk more about this, but like, you've got a niche, which is Instagram and social media and how to build it up and how to use it. And then you preached and you practiced consistency. What else, to anyone that's watching this, that's absolutely new to Instagram, and let's just say they haven't looked up any videos on how to grow their Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, on top of being consistent and having a niche, what would you tell them to do? Like, if you had to go back, what would you tell yourself?
I guess, like, niche is like you said, niche and being consistent. That's probably the key, and having like good quality content as well. So I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of very generic answers, but that's kind of really
It's
like
true though.
the formula, isn't it? Like the basic
Yeah.
formula to an account that's growing, you know. And even like if I can touch on to TikTok as well, like there's an algorithm, you know, there's an algorithm to Instagram, there's an algorithm to YouTube, and there's an algorithm to TikTok. And I guess you have to kind of work with it. So like, for example, TikTok, you need to post 3 times a day to grow. As crazy as it sounds, like you got to, that's what you got to produce, you know. Same with YouTube, like the more you produce, and obviously you got to have to you optimize it as well, like with keywords and all that stuff like that. But I guess it's like you have to make quality, good content, and be consistent. Yeah.
So that's a good point when you're talking about optimizing it. So I've noticed as well that you're on top of trends. So as soon as something pops up, you're one of the first to try and upload something on it. And I mean, I recently tried doing that with the Sony camera and the Olympus camera, how to use the software. And like, mind you, to anyone that's watching this, I've got less than 100 subscribers, but this is my journey.
Yeah.
This is my journey, so I'm trying out. My thing is, I guess maybe you too, I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself right now, but I'm super critical of the work that I do, and I get in this mindset of a lot of thinking and not a lot of doing. How do you pass that barrier of like not being a perfectionist, or, you know, getting out of your own mind?
Yeah.
There's a hole in my trackies.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally get that, because I was the same as well. Like, I look back 10 years and like I kind of wish I just did it, you know. Like I kind of realized that done is better than perfect. So when I do say like creating quality content, I'm just meaning like not like visually like, oh, you gotta have the best camera, you gotta have the best audio. I mean, when I say quality, is like actually you know, providing value for whoever's watching, you know. So you can shoot on your iPhone and be like, and teaching someone how to use the Sony web, you know, software to connect, you know, their camera to a webcam or whatever, use as a webcam or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's providing value. I feel that's like really, I mean, that's quality,
that's
right?
More important. So that's the thing. Like right now,
well, right now I'm using a Zoom because my camera didn't connect. But anyways,
no, that's all right. But we still managed to get it working for you. That was technical, like, difficulties because
it did
due to limitations of your computer.
Yes.
So it would have worked had your computer been a little bit newer. And, but like, that's the thing. So, because I came from an IT background doing I'm so fidgety. Doing like not exactly help desk. I was always like desktop support. There's a difference. That was my background, and so like I was really good at helping people, and I just figured I don't have a job right now. I've got a lot of knowledge on how to do some random stuff with streaming or cameras, computers, whatever it is. Yeah. And I just thought that, look, I should be really sharing this information with everybody so that they, like, because if I was thinking about how to do it, someone else is going to be thinking about the same thing. And so I guess you would know that better than anyone because you've got your Instagram and it's a lot of how-tos, right?
Yeah.
And that's what gets you a lot of views, because YouTube is actually the biggest search engine next to Google now. How crazy is that? Like when it first started, it was all random videos. Like my cousin and his friends were making videos in the car, lip syncing to music, and that was getting them millions of views. Yeah. And they're back, by the way. I'll link that down below. Don't worry about that. But so it's just crazy how the world's evolving, and how, you know what, TikTok is probably gonna still be around no matter if it gets shut down. And if it does get shut down, like, there's Instagram Reels. But the thing is, I'm still a bit sus about it because I don't think IGTV Stories, whatever it's called, what's it called? IGTV?
Yeah, IGTV isn't a really good function, I think. But
it's not implemented well.
But Reels, you can 100% grow, because I have friends who grew like 1,000 in the last month, like just using Reels. So I guess it's just depending on what content you're producing as well. So for his content was a lot of his how-to videos on how to shoot someone, like shoot photos, is what I mean. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. I mean, and another thing is, you spoke about gear. Like, if you were to get started now, what would you tell someone to do? Like, if they had absolutely nothing, all they had was their phone on them, would you say, look, go out, buy this camera? Or would you say, look, start on your phone, learn how to film from there, learn how to edit on your phone?
Yes.
And then, like, once... Oh, sorry, I'm just putting words in your mouth. This is meant to be your question.
But yeah, absolutely. Like, shoot with your phone. Like, you know.
They're very capable.
It's very capable, exactly. You just need good lighting. Just like put your phone against natural light, like as in like a window with
Hmm.
natural light, and you're done. That's it. And then just talk about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if my room wasn't set up because my window is behind me, I
Yeah.
would probably have it there. I'd rather that than using all these other lights because it looks better. And then I guess if you have curtains, it'll diffuse it as well. So it does look like your light on the side there. That looks nice coming in.
So
Like,
this one's here is natural light, and this one's I've got my softbox.
yeah, I
Yeah. So
mean,
I feel like I'm very dark
yeah.
still.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
But I mean, this goes back to the digital rev days when I used to watch them on YouTube. Shout out to Alambi.
yeah,
um,
Alambi.
yeah, so um, yeah, the best camera is the one that you have on you. So they would always preach that. They actually had a segment where they would give a pro photographer some random toy camera and see what they could do with it,
Mm.
which was super fun. And I mean, like, um,
You can shoot
y-
4K on some of the like. I mean, even my iPhone
yeah,
7 shoots 4K.
yeah,
Like,
right. I mean, I've got the 11 Pro Max and it's very, very capable. And there's as soon as you understand the fundamentals about how your phone camera works,
yes.
and then if you get like an app like Filmic Pro where you can control everything manually, then it's just like wow, this is yeah, it is capable. And then once you outgrow that, that's when you can get a camera.
Yeah.
I've been using my Olympus OMD EM1 for last 6-7 years, and like it was only blatantly obvious that I needed to upgrade in my my unboxing video. If you saw it, the one with my chair, because I was like trying to do this spin slow mo. I'm like I've only got 30 FPS to work with here, and so when I slow it down, it looks super choppy. But like I like not to toot my own horn, but I think the video itself looked pretty decent considering what I was working with. Like I didn't use I didn't use a softbox light or anything. I used natural light. I used whatever the kit lens was. Mind you, it was a 12 to 40 f2.8. But like still it's just like it was whatever I had and I made do. But yeah, I guess to that point, I get yeah, just use your mobile phone.
hmm
It is capable. Learn that, and then yeah, start creating because you never know what can happen, right?
hmm
Um,
And
again, what
yeah, the more you create, the better you're gonna get. So you just have to like hone down and work on your craft really.
yeah, what was your first video that kind of quote unquote blew up for you? And did you expect it to blow up, or was it a surprise to you?
Oh, I don't even really keep tabs. I don't know.
I like that.
I think it's really like probably like a really random one. Like, uh, because I do a lot of how tos because I've done I make so many videos, but
Yeah,
maybe it's like a shadow band, how to unshadow
yeah,
yourself.
that's
I
one that I
think that's
remember
the one
seeing.
that went off, and I was like, wow, the thumbnail photo that was horrible. I used a compact camera to shoot it, so audio horrible.
Yeah,
Shot in auto, like
yeah,
it was bad. But
yeah. But actually, let's talk about that. It's just like it's those small things like having autofocus turned on, which
yeah,
sometimes it can be amazing if you got like a camera like your A7 III or
oh yeah,
whatever camera it is that you have. That's amazing. So you can rely on that. But like if it's on your phone, you'll always notice it hunting in and out. And like having exposure set to auto as well. That's another thing that can hurt you. Like what other tips do you have for creating your videos? Because you were trying to create at least 1 to 2 videos a week. Like,
hmm
how do you schedule that? How do you write it down? Do you use an app to keep track of all of this? You know, what is your workflow with that?
So I use Trello. So that's
Hmm.
where I kind of
Yeah.
brain dump everything
Hmm.
and have all my ideas listed, and then I'll have like a column where it's the month. So then I'll just drag in like what I'm gonna make, the videos I'm gonna make that month, and then I start batching. Like I'll record it in batches. So yeah, hence why I wear the same outfit in every video. But like
I never noticed. I never noticed.
it's just like it just makes it easier. So they already have like a list of videos that I want to shoot, and obviously like I try to keep up to date to like on Instagram and see
Hmm.
what's happening. Like for example, Reels has been released, so I'll make
Hmm.
tutorials relating to Reels.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I guess the key is just being organized and having all your ideas laid out on some sort of platform. Like Trello is great; it's free, and then organizing like what day you got to shoot and how many videos you got to shoot, and then plan out what day you're gonna sit down and edit all of them, and then schedule them.
That is so good. I am so not
It's a lot of
organized
work.
compared to you. Like, because first of all, you're writing it down, so that's really awesome. I write my ideas down, but then I don't give myself a deadline, which is why, Theresa, thank you for pushing me to do this. Because she kept asking me, she's like, hey, are you still doing the podcast? I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
yes.
You said, what did you say? You said, October, wasn't it? Not October, September.
No, September.
Where
I
is
said September.
You're like, no, September. I was like, I'm going to make you accountable. So I keep following up with you. I'm like, are we doing this?
Yes. So, I think the turning point for me was, I was watching that David So podcast, his latest one, and it was with AJ Raphael. So, and then like they were just talking about, you know what, just do it, just do whatever. Like, who cares what you think at the time? Just go in there and do it. I'm just like, yeah, you know what. I give myself a lot of excuses because, like, oh, I'm streaming during the day. I've got this, but let's be honest, I've got all day. I've got all day, and so I'm just like, you know what, and I always fall into this pattern where, like, I get really into it, I get so excited, and then I just don't follow through. And that's why I'm very grateful that you pushed me to do it, and that is why you were the first official guest. I've gone through like practice runs, just like doing Zoom calls with like my cousin or like some other friends like John or whatever. And then I'm like, man, I really should be recording this because this is really good content right now.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I've actually covered quite a few of the topics that I want to talk about, but was there anything else that you want to mention in regards to social media or what you're doing right now? Give yourself a little plug on any of the projects you're doing.
So I guess at the moment I'm just focusing on upskilling myself, and I'm posting a lot on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I guess I will start looking into LinkedIn and Pinterest, but that's probably parked at the moment. But I guess you can find me on Instagram at ITSTHERESA.LE. So Theresa is THERESA.LE, and that's the same for TikTok, and on YouTube it's just Theresa.LE. So awesome. Yeah, I guess like the message that I want to share is that no matter where you're at, whatever your age is, like I guess if you want to do something, just do it. And I guess like the first step is always so hard because like for me, I personally felt like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm going to be judged. No one's going to judge you. No one cares. The thing is, no one really cares. Like when I watch videos of someone that's just starting, I just kind of listen to the content that they're trying to, bring across. But that's it. Like I don't overanalyze the video or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, for me, I look up a lot of videos on how-tos on like computer related stuff, and there'll be some with a phone cam just like literally showing you stuff. And like, as much as I appreciate the B-roll and the cinematography, the filmography of it all, as long as you're giving me what I want and not just clickbait, I'm perfectly happy with that. But at the same time, YouTube is very different now, and people have very high expectations of the content that you're putting up. So like because people like Peter McKinnon and like Casey Neistat, all those guys.
Oh yeah, that's like
the bar is so high for everybody, and now like it's like TV level kind of production with some people, right? But to be honest, it's just, I think for me, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube, it's just give your audience what they want, as in whatever your niche is, make sure that you're giving them exactly what they want in that video. Don't clickbait them if it's not actually something that you're not providing. Me personally, in the videos that I've been doing, I try and get to the point as quick as possible. So I think I get too excited when I talk and it's really fast. I feel like it's really fast, and but I'm just trying to get the point out as quick as possible because I don't want you to click out and not learn how to do whatever it is that I'm teaching you.
Yeah.
But I guess let's do something fun. Let's learn more about you.
Yeah, sure.
Just what music is on your rotation right now?
Oh my gosh, I'm not even listening to any music right now. Ariana Grande. Yeah, there you go.
Oh really?
What's just a recent song? Whatever's on like the pop charts, to be honest.
I don't even listen to the radio anymore because my music time was me driving, and I don't even have that anymore.
Right, yeah.
And I actually used to listen to 96.1 The Edge. I've got
Right,
that on
yeah.
iHeartRadio. I love Mikey and Emma. They're the best. Because wait, did you ever listen to them when you were in Sydney?
106 no. Kiss 106 point
96.1.
wait, 106.5, no. Was that
No, no, no,
Kiss? Was
no.
Kiss
Edge,
FM?
the Edge.
Oh yeah, the Edge. No, I listen to Kiss FM. Like Carl and
Oh,
Jackie O. I
not
freaking
in
love
Sydney.
them. I love them
I
so
like them in
much.
Melbourne because that's all they've got. Because
No,
they got like Fox
one
and
in Melbourne.
Kiss.
Oh, the one in Melbourne is so boring. No, I love Carl and Jackie O. Like I listen to them. I watch their videos on YouTube and TikTok. I'm like a fan. I'm a fan. So when I was living in London, I was listening to them as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyways.
What else I was going to say? Netflix. What TV shows or Disney? What are you watching?
Watched Mulan recently.
Ooh, what do you think about
Oh
Mulan?
man, it's bad.
Well,
Sorry, I don't want to spoil it.
It's bad for you.
I don't want to spoil it, but like, oh man, have you watched it?
Because I've watched the new one, but I never watched the original Mulan.
Oh, you haven't? We did both.
So I purposely didn't watch it leading up to the live action because I was like, let me go into this without any expectations.
Yes.
Because the only thing I knew about Mulan was Reflection. You know?
Yeah.
Damn girl. Love that song.
So good.
I built that out and I sound horrible. So yeah, I like the cast.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen, Jet Li.
Jet Li, yeah.
Jason Terry Lee. The guy who played Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon back in the day.
Oh, okay,
So,
right.
Old school 90s kung fu film kind of dude. Yeah, nah,
What's your opinion on it though?
I feel like if it wasn't a Mulan remake, that it would have been an okay movie, like a B kind of movie for me. But like,
can I just point something out though?
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't really spoil anything. But you know when she's fighting?
Yeah.
She's fighting with her hair down. It's all over the place. It's not all over the place. It's like, just tie your hair up, girl. You gotta fight.
Yeah.
Tie it up. It's all over the place. It's freaking long and it's just everywhere. I'm like, I cannot deal. So I was watching it. I'm just like, yeah.
I like the choreographed fight scenes.
There was some
scenes.
Good. Some of the scenes were pretty good, I must admit.
But like, I think the story just fell a bit short. I can imagine how, because the original Disney movies before the remakes, I think,
so good.
except for I think Sis was saying she likes Cinderella.
Yeah.
But like the other ones, I was just like Beauty and the Beast. I wouldn't watch it again. It just doesn't capture that magic, that same magic that they had. And I mean, shout outs to what's her name? The Filipino singer that did all those songs, who sung Jasmine's song. What's her name?
I don't know.
I thought you would have known. Hang on, let me look it up. I need a deep dive.
Should.
Jasmine, Filipino singer, Latin. Sorry, guys. Let me just. Oh yeah, Maria Salonga. That's her. So she's like this Filipino singer. She did Jasmine and some other Disney princesses. She did all those songs.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking
Leia
about.
Salonga. Sorry, Leia Salonga. That's her name.
Yeah.
So it's just been awesome. And actually, the reason why I bring up AJ Raphael again is because his girlfriend. Yeah,
that was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, he started singing. Was it Reflection or whatever song it was? It was a Disney song. And he was just in his office, and she was behind, and he started singing, and he wanted to see if she could sing, and she started belting it out. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Oh, and she's so good.
Yeah. And YouTubers, who are you watching? Who's your favorite right now?
Oh, YouTuber. Okay. Actually, I lied about the whole Netflix thing. I was watching, Jack Whitehall, the comedian, traveling around, like with his dad, with his father. Freaking hilarious.
Jack Whitehall.
He's like the most famous comedian there.
Well, okay.
He's hilarious. So I'll be watching him on YouTube. And David Chappelle. I was watching David Chappelle yesterday.
Okay. And so, lockdown, what do you miss? Me personally, it's haircuts. Look at, like, this is long and unbearable, man.
My hair's long now. Like, I haven't had a haircut for over a year. Like,
at least you're in St. Kilda, though.
Yeah.
You got better options than I within a 5-kilometer radius.
Like I'm lucky because I can just walk to the beach, or I drive down to the lake and kind of walk there with my friend. Like, I guess because we have like one friend to join
Yeah.
you. Of course, I miss being out and about shooting. Like, it's killing me. It's like you have all these plans and all these people that you want to collaborate with, and you know, and of course, I miss working with my clients as well. So it's like, yeah, now I'm stuck indoors shooting stuff indoors. Like, I don't know if you see my latest Instagram video, but I'm like shooting my candles and my plants.
Yeah. I mean, well,
It's
that
like,
will only make you better, because to make something boring interesting, that's a challenge. And if you can learn how to do that, then B-roll
yeah.
comes easy to you.
Yeah, that's true. I'm very limited. And I've got Roel as my model, but he's grown a lot of facial hair lately. I'm not sure about it.
Hey, lucky him. I can't do, like, all I get is the dirty mo and like a little soul patch. I just shaved for this video actually, so I didn't look dirty.
Very good.
But
Roel,
yeah.
Roel's my boyfriend, by the way. You'll be like, who's that? Yeah.
Oh
Not my
yeah, for those
flatmate.
who's King Roro, follow him on Instagram, and I believe he's making some YouTube travel videos at the
Oh
moment.
my God, he has knuckled down, spent, I don't know, 10 hours on a video recently. I'm very proud because, like, yeah, I've always pushed him, like, to do it because, that always the first step is always so difficult.
Yeah,
But
just
now that he's
get
in
there.
it, he's loving it. So I'm really happy. Yeah, so he's just, like, found all these old videos that he took ages ago when we were living in London. Now he's just kind of, like, putting it together.
That's so awesome, because then first of all, it's like a throwback and to the good times when we could travel and see the world. And now he's like trying to put it together. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, and last question: what is the first place you're gonna eat at once we're set free? October 26th.
Oh, what do I want
Knock
to
on
eat
wood.
at? There's a place called Sunda. It's like a modern Asian place in the city. Yeah, I want to go eat there. Yeah, there's so many places though. Melbourne has amazing food. Oh,
For me, I don't know, like I've been missing wood-fired pizza from my
But
local
can't you
place.
just order that on Uber?
Not at the place that I really
that you
want it.
really like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Melbourne has a lot of like good
So
wood-fired
many
pizzas.
choices in Melbourne. Oh,
Yeah.
we're spoiled for choice.
Yeah, and I think another thing I want to do is like post-lockdown, what restaurants are still around, what restaurants are amazing, what's just popped up. So I think like I always have all these ideas. I just need to push myself to do it. And I guess if it's doing food, that's easier. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm no food expert. I'm just gonna tell you shut up if I think it's good, if I think it's amazing. And those are the two words they'll come out of my mouth. Or it's not that great.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
It's just for Instagram. I mean, that's just keeping it real. Like if someone wants to talk about the texture, how it feels in their palate, that's not what my videos are gonna be about.
Yeah, I would love to make more content around Melbourne, that's for sure.
Yeah, for real. But again, thank you for joining me, Theresa. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. I'm just gonna straight up upload this video, and I can already tell that there's a delay with the video and the audio, because
Oh dang, is that me? Me, right?
No, it's me. Because you're using your webcam, yours is fine. I already can see like that. It should be like a mirror. There should be like no delay between you watching yourself. And mine's like, I'm sure mine's about 300 milliseconds off.
Maybe you can just edit that anyway.
But then because
Oh,
you're
no, you
talking,
can't. Oh, yeah, sure.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's another challenge I'm gonna have to figure out. I might just use my webcam,
Look,
but I like the way I look.
worst comes
So
to worst, we can do it again.
Nah, we definitely will do another one. We'll do like an updated post-COVID podcast. But yeah, you know what?
cool.
I don't even know where to upload this besides YouTube. It's like I don't know where podcasts sleep or lie. So I'm gonna have to do some research. I'll definitely upload it onto YouTube.
Yeah.
I have to figure out, like, my biggest thing is making thumbnails. I hate making thumbnails. It's not for me. Like, but I don't even know what I'm gonna title it. The Helpdesk Podcast with Theresa.LE, Instagram expert.
Good question. It's like, make it into a series or something, and then have a series name for it.
Yeah, well, that's quote unquote the Helpdesk. I was saying that this is all about like me speaking to creators and like it doesn't necessarily have to be hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers. It just needs to be like, what gets you into that mindset, and like hopefully we capture that here as well. Like,
the
how did you build
mindset,
your following, and like, what's your workflow? Because these are questions that people don't really think about, but I think is important because, like, for me personally, it's just I'm all over the place, and yes, I do write my stuff down, but like you said, you're holding me accountable. I should be holding myself accountable, like giving myself dates on when to actually do this.
Yeah.
And yesterday I bailed on John Sisson.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Were you supposed to film with John yesterday?
Yeah, so I was meant to record with John yesterday, but because I went on my bike ride and not well, I may or may not have gone past my 5 kilometer radius.
Okay.
So I was super tired. I'm like,
yeah.
John, I can't bring this energy to the podcast
Fair.
tonight. I'm so sorry, man. Can we do it later? He's like, yeah, it's all good. We can do it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll definitely talk to you if I'm doing anything. And yeah, thank you everyone. Hopefully you stuck around this long. If you did, comment I made it.
Yeah, you made it.
Don't forget to subscribe to Theresa on her YouTube. Check her out on all her social media platforms. And yeah, I've got mine listed down below because I've got it recording on my OBS. So that's already there. And yeah, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you guys.
See ya.
All right. And I'll end the recording there, but we can keep talking.
Oh, yeah, see.